So we're going to move on to our next item. This is the Flamma
Celosia.
I wrote this because I thought it was Celosia. It's Celosia, pardon me. Celosia live plant. These are absolutely stunning. Super vivid, super bright, and I love how fluffy they are. There's a texture story here.
Well, they're fluffier than most Celosia. So when we were at the Trial Gardens this past summer looking at things to add to my collection, these were the talk of the town.
I believe it.
These are another annual, and you can find your typical average garden variety Celosia at your local garden store. They don't look like this or perform like this. These are three, you're getting 6 pieces, 2 of each color, but 3 of the most vivid flowering Celosia on the market.
I love these.
You're gonna get a red one, you're gonna get a yellow one, which is like a beautiful sort of marigold golden color. And then also the orange, and the orange is an award-winning variety color of this Celosia plant. It won what's called the All-American Selection Award, which means this works well everywhere in the continental US, this Celosia. So this is a plant that's gonna work up in Minnesota, it's gonna work down in Florida, San Diego, anywhere in between.
Carrie, what was that update? Only 1,450 remain. If you're loving these, just want to give you that gentle reminder. And for the 6 pieces, you're bringing these home for $32.98. I love that you're getting 2 of each of those gorgeous colors.
Yeah, this is what comes to you. So you can see they're all gonna come in an LE pot. They'll be protected in the box in this plastic pot. You don't need to peel this off. You just plant it right in the ground. And the purpose of the LE pot is to protect the roots. That kind of encourages them to grow straight down in search of water in case you don't get out there to water them on time. The roots will be very, very healthy. But this little guy is going to turn into this season because this is an annual. So it grows quickly, it's gonna develop all these beautiful fluffy flowers, and this is a plant that is new, a new variety this season.
Okay.
So you may not be as familiar with it. It's going to get about 16 inches tall and then grow to about 10 to 12 inches wide.
I love the height. It's like they're reaching up to heaven. They're so beautiful.
So this will be like the middle row plant, probably, if you're doing a tiered garden. This is also going to be the perfect size for a pot. And the other thing I like about these, Stacy, is that they have a unique vertical fluffy shape. So when you're planting your garden, you don't want everything to look like a daisy. Well, maybe you do, but my suggestion is everything doesn't have to look the same. You've got daisy-shaped flowers, maybe you've got some roses, maybe you've got some tall spiky flowers, other ones that are kind of more fluffy, maybe a shrub with lots of little flowers, and certainly lots of color. But don't forget to add something vertical like this. If you plant this, for instance, with your hydrangeas, this will come popping through the hydrangeas, you know, in the middle of the summer when your flowers are all out and your hydrangea shrub is rounded and full of those mop heads. Pretty soon you get these little spikes of color growing through it because the Celosia has that totally different shape. So think about how things are going to look not only when you first plant them, but as they get to their full size. How are they going to play together?
So it's not only about color, it's about creating interesting texture and shapes as well. I love that tip. I just can't get over the color combinations that we see here. In that orange, it almost looks like flames to me because of the shape. Yeah, there we go.
I think they have the name Flamma Celosia because of the bright, vivid colors on all of them. And they do look like little flames, all 3, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we keep them looking this beautiful?
So you want to always, the rule of thumb with any of your new plants, if you've got this little guy, this can go in a pot. This is going to fill an 8-inch pot all by itself, or you can plant 3 in one pot, 3 in another. Remember, you're getting 2 of each color, so you can mix and match the colors like we've done here in something more like a whiskey barrel here, like a 14-inch size if you want to put them all together. And with any baby plant, you want to make sure that you give it some good either potting soil or add some garden soil to the soil in the ground. It will work in any type of soil, but it likes something that's more aerated, that lets the roots grow, and then again fertilize as soon as you see growth. That means with your bare roots and things, Stacy, wait till you see some leaves.
Okay.
With these guys, obviously they're already in growing state, so you can fertilize them right away. So you dig a hole that's twice as big as the plant, put it in the hole with your potting or garden soil, then you're going to cover it right to the top of the little soil box here. and then add some fertilizer. I recommend Roberta's Bounty or Philip Watson's 3-in-1, which is a time release.
Okay.
With the Bounty, you're going to fertilize every 2 weeks. With Philip, just once per season. So that makes it easier if you're like me and you have a lot going on and you don't remember when's the last time you put fertilizer. And then certainly when it's a new plant, you want to make sure, even if it says drought tolerant on the label, that you give it plenty of water till its roots establish.
I love that you're giving us all of this instruction and you're telling us exactly what we need to do to keep this plant beautiful and growing, but you're also giving us a growing guide just in case we forget all this. And I love that you're not leaving us alone, Carolyn.
No.
I'm speaking for the newbies here.
And I know that a lot of my customers have said on my social, I'm trying gardening for the first time this year because I want to try your plants.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
Thank you so much to all of you. So I just want to make sure you keep this guide. This tells you step by step what to do from when you open the box to when it's in the ground to when it's been in the ground for a couple of months. And I'm going to follow along with you on social media and plant all the same things, and we'll check in all the time. If you have any questions, be sure and post on my page. And we do have that Gotta Grow guarantee. It's just like Roberta's, just like Philip Watson's. We aren't happy if you're not happy. You can call the number on your screen. You can write to the email address. You can use the QR code, and it'll go right to the website that has all my plants. And also, don't forget to post on my Facebook if you have a question.
All right, your item number, once again, M95028. 5 easy pays of just $6.60 brings these gorgeous Celosias home.